So first, I want to thank everybody to be here today with us at this webinar about Cieblink to learn how to automate your purchasing from documents with Cieblink AI. So the whole goal here today is really to explain to you how we simplify the procurement process, the purchasing process through our tool here, which is Cieblink AI. So first, we'll look at the different challenges that our industry may face or that procurement people may face. So we have manually compiling orders, detail and notes from your different systems, and then making sure you enter all of the different product codes, quantities, and prices, sometimes by hand, sometimes from different documents. And of course, then sending those by emails, by PDF, over phone, and then the real challenge is keeping track of all of those different purchasing orders. So for sure, there must be a better way. That's why we're all here today, and it's to discuss about that. So in today's webinar, we'll show you definitely how Cieblink AI works. So the process, how the platform works, how it all ties in together. We'll understand how to reduce manual entry in your purchasing process and discover how to speed up your operation on the purchasing side. Just because you're here today as well, we'll want to give you some little surprises at the end, as well as introduce you to some new features that are going to come in the next months or weeks. So stay until the end to have all of that great information as well. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Kevin Martin. I'm a solution advisor for the woodworking industry. I've been working in this industry for multiple years now, and my goal has always been the same, and it's really to help the woodworking industry grow, become more competitive, because we all need that. We need to be better and so that everybody can benefit from that optimization and competitiveness, right? This also ties in a little bit with our mission at Cieblink Network, which is stronger together. We all know that great things happen when the right people connect together, when the right partners are found, when the right tools are used, and when the right resources all come in together through collaboration. That's why we want to redefine collaboration and innovation through this network. The way we see this, it's really more about not only a software. It's really a process. It's a service that we give to our industry, and that's what we want to put forward here. So who is Cieblink? It's a B2B tool that simplifies the transaction process. It's also a free online ordering tool. Yes, it's really free. So you can go on the platform, you can buy and make your purchases at any given time of the day or night if you're a little bit of a workaholic. I see that sometimes we lose a little bit of a hair when you work a little bit too much. It's connected with your suppliers. So to be able to have the connection between your different suppliers, that alleviates a lot of the challenges. And it's a division of CNAP Software. So CNAP Software being in this industry since 2009, developing CNAP's ERP as well as Symmetric Design and of course Cieblink Network. So now let's have a look at Cieblink AI. We'll first start with a very short video, just so I can have a little bit of time to take a little bit of a drink of water. So what we see here is that we're importing a report directly using Cieblink AI, and it will show you how the system just works very generally. Okay. Don't worry that we're going to go into the platform together in just 1 or 2 minutes. Just want to show you a first one, which gives you the global idea of what's going to be the outcome. Okay. So while using Cieblink AI, you can import multiple types of documents. It can be handwritten documents, scanned documents. It can be a report. So if you have reports, as long as you have the information, basically, you can import it into the AI. So whether it's a PDF, whether it's an Excel, so you have different options here. And you can really try to make all of that tie in together. Oh, sorry, Slepo. I didn't see that you had written something. So Nadia, can you send a link to someone to Slepo? All right. So now we'll go on Cieblink. So directly on the platform, uh, potentially some of you guys already know the platform and how it works. For those of you who don't, I'll just make a very quick overview of the platform itself. So the way I usually like to start this is you have to imagine an invisible line in the middle of the screen. Now, everything that is on the left side of the screen are navigation menu, and everything that's going to be on the right side are action buttons. Okay? So when you're in your platform, you'll be able to add all of the different suppliers who you do business with. So that's going to be under the supplier navigation menu. Under products, you'll see all of the different products that you've already bought. You'll have also the cart where you can import your bill of material and then use the different filters. So that way you're able to leverage volume discounts with your suppliers, right? So you'll have those different filters. So that way you can round up all of the different products that you need to buy from the same suppliers together. You'll have your price inquiries, your purchases, and that's all the dashboard. You see that all in one place. And you'll have QR codes. QR codes are for your Kanban items. So if you have, for instance, screws, sometimes even hinges or sandpaper, for instance, which are Kanban items, when you have low volume of those items, you simply scan this QR code. It's going to create a purchasing request into the cart to bundle all of that up together to simplify the purchasing. Okay? Now, for today's purposes, we're going to go do a purchase with the AI, but just know that the AI works both in price inquiries and purchases. So, once you're to make a purchase, you have to go in the navigation menu. Sorry about that, my tongue twisted a little bit. So you have to go under the purchasing menu, right? And then if you want to create a purchase, that is an action. This is going to be on the right side of your screen. So here I'm going to create a purchase and I'm going to do it with the practice account. So if you don't have any account yet and you want to add the practice account, just feel free to do it. That way you're going to be sure that you're not going to be purchasing something you don't necessarily want to when you're doing your first trial, all right? Just so you know, we also have Marie Noelle in the meeting today. We're going to present her a little bit later on in the process, but she will be able to accompany you into your first integration or the first time you'll be using the platform. She's also going to be the one that's going to help you with the first setup of Cieblink AI. So now I'm in the purchase order. Within the purchase order, what do we see? We see that we now have on the right side again, different action buttons. What we want to do today is the import AI file. So from the computer, I'm going to go fetch, in this case here, a door order form. So now the system, what it's going to do, if you look on the side, I don't know if you'll see me directly into the same screen, but you should see that this paper here is what I'm currently importing. So you have an order form with basically the list of the doors. So it gives you the view of what you've imported, as well as the list of what it figured out. Now it's going to tell you, all right, I do confirm. Now let's review the information. So what we have here is that we have the model and the color. So the system was able to look at the configuration of the door and say, well, it's a model 7053. In order to get to the 7053, needed to be elegance and it needed to be a Prestolam product in this case. It then fetched the P734. As for the door, that's because as we see here, we're under the door column. So the system also reviewed that it's a door. And then it filled up all of the information on here. So here you have your different dimensions. As we can see, it highlights the different dimension as you move forward by line. Now you might have noticed something different here, right? We have some highlighted rows. Why are those rows highlighted? Well, it's basically because I have doors and drawers. So here I have same configuration. I can toggle from the same configuration to see the differences. So I have the doors and the drawers. So if I click on the drawers, I see that now it's changed to drawers. And same will go when I'll highlight this line. As we see now, we're highlighted differently. Now, something I also want to mention here, it's an AI. It will learn with your usage. So the more you use it, the better it will learn. It will learn how you buy. What are your different patterns? Okay? If by any chance something is wrong, you always have the option to give feedback. So by giving feedback, you can say, well, there was an AI misinterpretation. There was a client document issue. So maybe there was something missing on your document. You didn't know before you imported the document, and now the system highlighted it for you. So now you can see it. You'll be able also to see scope. So is it global, client, product? You can see it. And then you can even add a note. This is not an obligation. It's if you want to do it, of course. Something you'll also see in the screen is this little need immediate help button. There's a team here to help you. So if something's not going well, you can click on that button and then you'll have a pop-up and you'll be able to add your Cieblink username, your phone number, and a quick description of the problem. So you'll have someone that will call you ASAP to help you with what's happening. So in this case here, everything is good. So perfect, we can save the order. Once the order is saved, I can review all of the information on here. So here I would see the description, I see the pricing, I see all of that information. I can change delivery dates. I can also see the documents that I have attached. I could export an Excel spreadsheet from my order. I could export a PDF from my order. It's now digitalized. When I'm ready, I click on the green button, send. I can add a note to my supplier. By click and send, the order is now in sent mode. So, very important. You have different statuses within the platform. So, when you send your order, you have to make sure that the status is now to sent. When the supplier will answer, you'll have either an accepted status or an action required status. So, accepted status, green circle. Red square, action required. Maybe the price is different. Maybe the delivery delay is different. So then you will be able to go see what is going on with your order. You'll have the information updated right away. This gives you the power to then be able to manage easier the purchasing. If your order is still with a line like this means your order wasn't sent. So make sure that the order is sent or else, well, you won't get it, right? If at any given moment you have questions on the usage of the platform, remember there's always a tutorial button at the top on here. So now let's go back to our webinar. So as you've seen, it's a free platform. If you don't have an account yet, you can simply go to the app.cieblink.com to register. No credit card needed. We just need to have the information which is shown right here. Your email, create your password, first name, last name, your company, and your company's phone number. Still have to send your orders, and your supplier needs to know who is sending him an order, right? No software download required. It's directly on the web. So now, something that I also want to mention to you, we already went throughout the process of Cieblink AI. Very easy, very streamlined, right? So one thing that I wanted to share with you today is that it's with great pleasure that multiple suppliers from the industry came together to offer you some purchasing and procurement packages. So that would be free for some of you. To be able to know if you qualify, you will receive by email at the end of this webinar a form that you can complete to see if you qualify. And then you'll have to book a meeting with Marie Noel. As you can see her picture on here. She's also in the webinar with me today. She will also be the one that will look to make sure that everything is appropriately set up for your AI within your Cieblink catalog. So you'll be able to book your meeting with her and hit two birds with one stone. Potentially get more procurements and as well be set up with the AI. So I will let Marie Noel pick it from here for our Synapse customers. So if we have any Synapse customer within the room, the process is a little different. Do we have any Synapse customer within the room today? We have one? Perfect. So Marie, I will let you take it from here.
Hi, everyone. So the name's Mary Noel. So I'm working more on Synapse side of things. So for people who are using Synapse, it's going to be, like Kevin said, a little bit different, but as easy as you saw today. So the big difference is that your purchase order will be sent from Synapse, just like you usually do towards Sibling. The only difference is that you will be able to join your door list or either coming from Cabinet Vision, Microvellum, or Mosaic, doesn't matter. So based on that, or even just a purchase order if you are already using your grids, and you will be able to set it through Cieblink AI just as you push through your purchase order from Synapse. So not that big of a difference, and it's still going to work as easy as you saw today.
Mary Noel, can you confirm it me as well that the grid management in Synapse will now be a lot easier with this?
Well, yes, it will be because one of the struggle that came across a lot of users with that your grid would not necessarily match your supplier's grid because you're not looking for the exact same information. So this will help a lot because as you saw in Kevin's demonstration, if your document is lacking some of the different features that is required by your supplier, the AI will be able to know which one should have been selected based on the prior or forward configuration that you have.
Thank you very much, Mary. So yes, because the system will learn how you work, this will alleviate a lot of the challenges. Thank you very much, Mary.
Pleasure.
So, like it wasn't enough, we also want to share with you the great news that coming soon we'll have the automatic import of your CAD/CAM file from Cabinet Vision Microvellum in Mosaic for your bill of material directly within Cieblink. So this should be coming soon in the upcoming weeks or months. So another great feature that's going to be provided by Cieblink to help you guys streamline that process. Again, that's going to be with the AI. So to help it go as fast as possible. Everybody, we're already at the end of today's webinar.